my best friend Fady Salib.
Hi guys.
And today we are in beautiful Vienna, and I want to show you a little bit of the city and the Christmas market because the Christmas mood is on. And also I wanted to talk to him about religion and family and modern society values. If you happen to like this video, please put thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I don't really want to seem as a nagging person when I ask you guys to do it, but the thing is, like, for the past 3 years I was doing something I did not enjoy, and now I'm finally switching everything up and I'm participating in projects that I finally enjoy, and YouTube is one of those things. So like, honestly, with every single subscriber, when I see like a new subscriber, I feel so happy, and I feel like my transition is like starting to become a little bit more successful, and I'm finally doing the thing I enjoy and growing in it, you know?
Yeah, life is about happiness, baby.
Guys, they have dates for me here. So even people like me have something to eat at the Christmas market, which is amazing. We are getting hot chocolate for Fady. Heiße Schokolade. Yum. What do you think about this Christmas market?
It's magical. Like, it is magical winter wonderland for sure. I've never seen something like that in my life before.
So guys, this is Fady, and he's one of my best friends who I met through USC School of Architecture 3 years ago back in freshman year. And while I do know a lot about him, you guys don't yet. And why don't you tell us about your background, about your twin brother, hi Nader if you're watching this, and just your story.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Fady Salib, and I was born in the United States. Then I moved to, I grew up in Kuwait in the Middle East because my entire family lives there. And then my brother and I moved out of Kuwait when we were 17 years old. We moved to Los Angeles for college. We spent 3 years in community college, and then we both transferred to our own majors. I transferred into USC Architecture, where I met this beautiful lady.
So today I wanted to talk to Fady about a couple of things that really impressed me in his personality. Like, some of those things are really strong family values, which are so rare to find in today's like modern world. And also he's very religious in a very positive way, and that spirituality aspect of it just really like strikes me as amazing. So those some of the things that I think can benefit a lot of us, can kind of guide us back to our roots, back to our actual values and all of that. So I think I will start with asking about your family. Like, how do you view your family? How is your family your support?
Ever since I moved out, you know, it's been sort of tough, you know, having my parents, my only two parents, I mean, back in the Middle East, and my brother and I just moving out. Like, of course it was easy. I did have family, like relatives in Los Angeles, but at the same time, you know, like, you get used to having a specific attitude, a specific environment around you. And thank God for technology. We like,
God bless.
we were just like in touch most of the time. My brother and I with my parents. I mean, until this day, I call my mom like twice a day, and my dad every single day too. You know, like, I have to make sure that they're fine, and they check up on me as well. I think it's just like, there are some values that they put in me and my brother where we, you know, like, it taught us how to deal with people, it taught us how to respect people, it taught us how to respect yourself. taught us how to love everyone. Like, this is a really, really major part of it, you know. My mom and my dad, both of them, like, examples of how to treat, like, for example, like elderly people, or like etc. etc. Like, I won't like disclose all of these, but it's just like built me up as a person and as a personality, you know. And the fact that they sent their twins. I mean, I think you would know because you were away from your family when you were 16, correct? Around that age. So the fact that our parents like gave us that trust, you know, and faith that we're gonna go out and we're gonna do what we were supposed to do, you know, like, and they still do trust us until this day. So I think that trust relationship and that trust bond is what's keeping us, is what keeping me value it so much. And
another topic I really wanted to talk about with Fady is religion and spirituality. Because among my close friends, I think Fady is like one of the people who has religion strongly embedded in his background and who takes so many positive aspects away from it. Like, I'm personally not a religious person. I never was. Like, religion was never a part of my family growing up. I was baptized, but I never really even went to church. But in the past, through 3 months, I started taking interest in spirituality aspects of religion, like not necessarily a single religion, but more like believing that there is something greater than us, and knowing that you need to love everyone and you need to spread positive energy and just try to avoid negative emotions like anger or jealousy or anything like that. Like, no candle will lose its light by lighting another candle, you know? So I really like that saying, so I just wanted to like put it in there.
I love that saying.
So I wanted to ask Fady, like, what are the greatest aspects that you took away from your religion, and what did it teach you, and how do you implement it in your daily life?
So I am a Coptic Christian, and Coptic is, for those of you guys who don't know, is the Orthodox Christian community in Egypt. And to answer your question, I mean, it's all about love. I mean, in general, in any kind of religion, any kind of, you know, spiritual aspect, I think the main definition of religion is to love everyone. That's how I see it, and it's really, really important for us to sort of be kind to one another. You know, it allows me to love more and to give more. And of course, alongside the religion was also, of course, the morals that my family brought me up to. So they both work together equally.
Okay, I also wanted to ask Fady about the values that our modern society currently has, because I've been thinking about it a lot. And I feel like Fady is a very like-minded person to me, so it would be very interesting to discuss it with him. So, what values do you think our society currently praises that are wrong? Like, what do you think does not benefit us, but rather leads us to nowhere, leads us to a place of despair, leads us to a place of dissatisfaction with yourself?
So I think that, like, you know, in terms of values change from one person to the other, okay? But I mean, from one society to the other, one culture to the other, and to one person to the other. But, you know, I think people lately tend to chase materialistic things, or shallow relationships, if you would word it. Why not, like, grow up, like, you know, a very lifetime relationship, you know, be friendful, or why not chase, like, what's important in life, you know? I think these are questions that I have in my mind, of course, like, and then the idea of greed, like, I've personally experienced it with others, you know, and, like, again, the idea of thinking of oneself instead of thinking of the people around you, you know. I don't know, I mean, I just find it, like, really, really disturbing to me sometimes, you know, when I find someone who's not willing to sacrifice his ego or her ego for another person, regardless of what the kind of ego is. You know, and I feel like that's the kind of, I feel that idea of sacrifice, to me, is the word sacrifice is like an umbrella. Under sacrifice, to me, I think there's love, there's kindness, there's caring, there's everything comes after. So I feel that sacrifice is the main issue in any kind of relationship. It should start with friendship relationship, marriage, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, or any kind of relationship, you know? I think it's the idea of sacrifice of ego. And it has to be, it's a two-way road. It's not a one-way road. What do you think?
No, I definitely agree with you that people tend to chase materialistic pleasures, and that comes to things like chasing money, or even, I don't know, chasing like sex relationships and like stuff like that, and just jumping from here to there, trying to grasp everything and grab it while you can, without really forming any long-lasting relationships, like you said, like marriage or like friendships. Because I noticed, like, for example, this pattern in like American society, of course it's not true of everyone, I don't want to generalize, but I still did notice this pattern that like when people go through like elementary school, then middle school, then high school, they kind of change their friend circles, and then when they go from high school to university, they again change their friend circles, and they do not keep up with like people they left behind. Like talking about like Russian society, for example, where I grew up, like most of my closest friends I met before age 7. Like I have so many friends that I met before age 7.
Wow.
And then like I changed multiple schools throughout my lifetime, and I moved places, but from every single place I met people who kind of got like into my heart, and once you get into my heart, like
you never go out, baby.
Yeah, it's like I have this list of close friends, and if you make this list, like I don't think I will ever stop caring about you.
That's true.
People should focus more on forming something that lasts long and brings true happiness, and just surround yourself with people who care about you so much, instead of surrounding you with someone who just brings you this artificial pleasure for like
momentarily. Like people tend to focus on momentarily like happiness, you know,
because I think like there is this family that we are born into that is kind of like given to us, and then there is this family that we create through our lifetime. It's the people we meet and the people who become our own, you know. So it's like there's kind of two families that we have,
biological and friendship, like
And even another pattern I noticed in American community is that once somebody graduates from high school, they immediately move to a different coast to go to university, because they don't want to be stopped by their parents, because they want to have fun, they want to go out, they want to drink, they want to have this meaningless relationships, etc., etc. But like I don't know, keeping close to your parents, keeping close to your family, and making sure they know that they are loved is amazing. Like making sure that you tell them that you love them, doing things for them. All of that is just amazing. And like I personally, I really want to live next to my parents. I want to live in the same city. I want to make sure I get to see them. So that is like one of my dreams for this lifetime.
I want them to move to LA. I want them to be next to me, you know, like of course, yeah. I mean, life is not a transaction. I think I talked to you about that. Like, life is not a transaction. Life is more about, you know, think about it as a goal, as happiness, you know, and a goal that's shared between everyone. Don't try to keep it for yourself.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you deeper perspective on your life. And thank you so much, Fady, for filming it with me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys.
It meant a lot.
I hope this is helpful. Thank you guys.
Okay,
Love
I'll
you.
see you in my next video.
See ya, bye.